Fantastic. So for campaign, ne saying.
Oh, Nyame adom ekopa. This campaign you won't be that. Since I've been involved in campaigns since the year 2000, right at the center.
Yeah.
But this campaign is very, very different. Just I'll share the way. In the past, now you were Rollins team, now you be at Tamil's team, GM team.
Yes.
But this time, no. Apart from the three main campaigns, I said, look at your team, a running mate team, and a GM team.
Yes.
There are other sub teams. So, youth organize a chronic team.
Yeah.
Women organize a chronic team. A manifesto committee, and there's a group within the manifesto committee almost
around. Okay.
Your group almost dealing with Savannah near your group almost dealing with Fuller. Challenges, the beer, different groups, you know. And I'm no say most of the MPs are in Ashanti region. It's going very
for I think the past 2 days more focusing on Ashanti region.
Yeah. You know,
it's a part of more strategy, you know.
Also strategies there does, and our strategies evolve.
But you've heard and so say. Maybe the NPP campaign has been more aggressive, more visible than the John Mahama campaign. What is happening?
No, well, it depends on who you are talking to. But say NPP, they are government in power, and that NPP campaign. What I want people to know is say a settings campaign.
Oh, sir,
settings. So I just say, what about you see? What about the others? They say, oh, come here, no, I swan for. So I just say, and you see, they bring people with buses. And they don't be who crowd now. Hey, move no more move. That's what
they move the same people around.
Move people around. So settings. By any campaign, organic. If you want to know, check the way people respond when we are passing through a town or a community. Now, if I compare, you see a big difference. There natural and organic. Or no need any settings and a campaign in NAPO NAPO NAPO. We are deliverers. A
slip of time.
But this kind of slip is not normal. So one is okay. No, I hear two. No, I hear three. You whisper to no. And no crowd. If you vote for, then you vote for Mahama. What kind of slip is that? My brother needs help. There's something wrong somewhere. But in any case, well, it's all good. If NAPO campaign, I might send them one.
Oh wow!
The spirit of NDC and John Mahama,
all over the place.
John Mahama.
And you are impressed about my campaign this year.
Oh yes.
And you think, sir, you've put in the work a bit to secure my victory.
Oh, absolutely.
On the 7th.
Absolutely. Oh, share the way and Mexico. I'm telling you, and John Mahama, God bless them. I don't know where he gets the energy. Master, me say me where energy, but that man is in a different plane. And there be a 9 year cry, a younger man. You break it down. Cause when they call back, we'll be here about 3 days rest. We bet you no now cry when you brew. The energy is not a joke. I say don't get to a different level. Professor Nana Jane, you won't even know where she gets the energy from. Not to talk about even the community campaigns. Yeah, a lot of community campaigns. Yes, constituency, every constituency be or more work or more community gatherings. I've been involved in many of them. Oh, bro, that's solid. The message is going down.
I've heard people say, for a long time, we are getting into an election, sir. With 2 weeks to go, it's still difficult for people to predict clearly who is winning.
Oh, there be me winning, sir. The only thing I can say is this is the most sensitive type of any election.
Okay.
Will be on your experience. But catch us okay. You're winning, we record that person is not wise. Victory is clear for the NDC. And I'm saying this based on analysis plus both polls, both local and international. We share local polls which means okay. But what about the international? Standard & Poor's, Fitch, Economist Intelligence, they never get it wrong in their history.
But you realize from their report that they source their data from local pollsters. And for example, Global Info Analytics was sourced in the Fitch report.
It's not always Fitch, yes, but Economist Intelligence Unit from the past how many years they kept on consistently. So you put all those things together, consistent. And I will share. Okay, so I was election director in 2020.
Yes.
2020, NPP had won by 1 million votes.
That's 2016.
2016.
Yes.
They had no more about they had 169 seats. So
in Parliament.
Yes, they were 106.
Yes.
After the first 4 years, they almost bowed down to 137. Controversial though, because of some issues. We should have won those other seats. They had 137. We had 137. Our votes went up by 1 million. Our votes, we had 6.2 million votes. We had 6.5 with all the controversies. 4 years forward, look at the situation in the country, the way Alan has left them, and so many other variables. It's going into 2024. We know that the NPP is weaker than they were in 2020. In 2020, and the NDC is stronger because we went to a congress. Mama had the momentum. 90%. So the party support for him. And if you go to an election, an internal primaries, now it's me and 70-80%, that means there's a problem somewhere. So if you put that together, the polling consistently over the past 2 years, you look at the previous election data, you look at current conditions, you look at our messages, and we'll come to that. And then you look at the credibility. Who would you believe between Mahama and Bawumia and Crawford two? So much of the two. Who would you believe? We say no. I don't know. It's the momentum is on our side. But
with your experience, you also know, say, no two elections are the same.
Oh, absolutely.
And that, where the NPP was in 2020, now they compare 2024. Now we the fact say there is a certain Bawumia in the mix. You get it totally wrong.
Yeah, the Bawumia crying problem. No.
Sir.
Yeah, the Bawumia crying problem. No, because and maybe let's just begin to roll.
Yeah.
You see. Who is Bawumia? Bawumia politically, who is he? This is somebody who came into the system with Nanado how many years ago? 12, 16 years ago.
Yes.
He jumped many other people, and the reason why they were going to pick Alima was in consideration. And Nanado said he needed an economist. Opobia will name economy because on share name economy papa nti Opobia will name economy, and that's sana ye ne etre Ghana for and on no abaye no ne kasa ne bibio ye bia ne chese ono no name economist no nti na no my economic lectures and your digital lectures enti ne bibia no o ye lawyer o call law school first lecture ye be the groom norm mbana groom norm. That is the foundation, the source, the original source.
Yes.
Bawumia original political personality, his political identity, the political philosophy, and economy. Also, when the fundamentals of the economy is weak, the exchange rate will expose you. At that time, the exchange rate was 4 cedis to the dollar. It's your no chese economy bia memu bia no. Nia wudi bu sa memu na ekoye no $1 no. Any day, I'm share answer. Any MBA no chairman of the economic management team. And one buy introduce what
other member, what a solid team.
What a solid team. And a solid team, the performance of the solid team. CD has moved from 4 cities to 17 cities. We share your debt to GDP ratio. Certain almost someone say that. Debt to GDP ratio was about 55%. Obviously, NDC for you you're incompetent. And net debt to GDP ratio, Koya could do 104%. It means see that. Let's just say, I just say some borrow 4% and send it to me to Yaka. We share the cumulative debt. Ye be free na a kaya dear Ghana from Nkrumah 126 billion Ghana cedis.
122 billion. Yes.
Good. President Mahama Ebo Mubusia 54 billion. 54 billion. There are things we can show. I bet me a point says Anima way and I chest a 54 billion here the IBB. And now I know what is the total debt of Ghana? 757 billion. NPP has borrowed over 651 billion. What is there to show for it?
The debt stock has risen by that amount under the NPP.
Yes.
And then they're borrowing.
The debt stock has risen, but it amounts to the same thing. 767 almost 651 billion. What is there to show for it? Comes to free SHS. The Minister of Finance at the last year or free SHS, OCCA, they haven't even spent up to 20 billion. It's with their 20 billion crying charm. Where is the rest of the money? If you look at the quantum of money, the opportunities they've had, it doesn't reflect. Apart from that, the cumulative resources are from Mills to Mahama, cumulatively, we had over 300 billion Ghana cedis. NPP, calculated today, they've had over 1.2 trillion Ghana cedis. So 4 times the resources. We were operating with one oil field, one single one. Before I ever be free office, 2 bekaho. You know, the Sankofa and the 10.
And the 10.
And those 2. So the resources available to them no more. Apart from that, you almost what we call cash buffers. Sinking fund. Sinking fund, now I say the sinking fund, they be a sinking fund. I want money for the sinking fund. Sinking fund here, Euro bonds are near GGN. It's creative fund be a was you treat big gum several so the whole country now you be free abemono. There was $500 million in the sinking fund. Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, there was $270 million in the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Stabilization Fund, I know you're part of your proceeds from oil. No, there are 2 funds, Heritage Fund and a Stabilization. Heritage and Fire and Stabilization in case there's a crisis. A whole now COVID by no money, any trouble say we scour no $100 million. We left them $300 million in the stabilization fund. These are buffers, you jam what I said, and you jam a lot of assets, UGMC, any the projects, so they came to meet the country. You can energy sector. The doomsaw problem has been with us from the time of Rawlings. Because of climatic conditions, every 7 to 8 years, ensure weather patterns necessary affect Yakosombo and the doomsaw. President Kufo, Miami Rama, me papa no or no crown a time, na there no you all know what happened. I don't want to go there. So I just say, they do President Mahama. So see, I'll fix it. President Mahama almost tripled the stock of energy, the megawatts that were to almost 5,000 megawatts. That's what he did. Almost bad, but almost energy no you do a door so crowd do, and you treat your whole car you near the bay, and now make me no okay. We are back to doom so. The only difference is that there's no timetable. Maybe my office, my light off, and run my light off. What is doom so? It means giving light off. So the energy situation now no a year dire. You create Esla say a car a friend legacy debts. Now you just start one near the near the clearnet to see it's me cleaning up energy sector no. Esla no Esla don't say there be tax now here almost buy no more increasing the percentage of the Esla no. Esla no so you be scan. See I'm no say the government owes the debt in the energy sector no, is over $2 billion. So did we go or did we come? And all this no is on the head of Bawumia. You listen to this. There has to be a certain context. So what I say, Ghana for so among Kaya, Mamin Kantromo, Bawumia ni Nanado, Omobai. These are some of the things they said. I shall protect the public purse. Personal crime said Jamaira. I'm too old to steal your money. I already have my own money. Nanado, Yatisikaso, and so I come there. And I mean, try me and see. Very dangerous. Because you see, Bawumia is telling people, say, one says, or no, or your mate, say, no, you're a driver. So what I said. So as I'm not kind, it has a lot of implications. So, on your experienced driver, only license, you try and share. Your try will be share 8 years. I am not corrupt and I'll never be corrupt. Nanado. Any NPP on by corruption here, and we'll go into corruption, and I'll show you, sir. You cannot even begin to compare the record of the NDC and John Mahama to that of NPP. You can't even begin. That I say, the NIPA of Fano said on ye the special prosecutor corruption wholesome or by appointed or says I NIPA will or cannot crave or you'll be aware integrity near there. NIPA ni be free so no or say Papa will or you're the mother serpent of corruption. Corruption mu premication pacho. So me am kan na beka se media me NDC ni. But yami do na kan yo nia na do nanka sa appointed no say omra behwe corruption. E dey no hu ye. What I say? I can develop Ghana without borrowing. The money is here. You and only 651 billion. I will transform Ghana in 18 months. Bawumia is making promises again. Now, say Ghana for who said before the past 2016 elections and 2020, they made all kinds of promises. They've not been able to fulfill them. I'll fight corruption with the Anas principle. Anas no crop baby. I'll make the Kole Lagoon and the Odo River a tourist site. I'll build a factory in every district. I'll give every constituency $1 million a year. That's Bawumia. I will arrest the dollar. And buy no swatch dollar, no ordination bottom or the keys like IGP. So see, where is the dollar? People in Aboso Kai are suffering. Everybody on one SEO, Ghanaians are suffering, teachers are suffering, doctors are suffering. Are we not suffering more today than before? If you those days, when you have $10,000, you need just 40,000 cedis.
Yes.
Today, if you need $10,000, you need 170,000 Ghana cedis. They will tell you, say, some of them cannot come out, but a lot of them are sick, they've gotten stroke, they've sold their properties. But the situation is horrible. The hike in fuel prices will be a thing of the past, and I'll make Accra the cleanest city in the whole of Africa. 8 years. After 8 years, I'll build 111 district hospitals in 18 months. And then Kokao baby no so enra or commission 20. And I'm say me a teacher ni my mom students exams. Me say mon ko trust am famra by the end of the month. You fix it time. End of the month one farmer another period upon one farmer you that semester you're going to the next semester. Now the best written essay about we fail because you give us 18 months. 18 months, even after 4 years, Wontumi now. What say you will build 111? Now, commission 20. I'll see a month amount. It's a failure. If 20 out of 111 in percentage terms, it's not a failure.
But having 20 hospitals at a go in a country like Ghana, that's massive.
Mr. Wu, what our catcher is on 111 in 18 months.
A projection.
We are talking.
Government work with projections.
We are talking about people taking people at their word. When people make promises, can we trust them? Do we believe in them? That is the point I'm making.
In much the same way, if another Ghanaian tells you, say, the NDC promised 200 e-blocks, Wontumi and sitting in us, so it's a failure. Is that your argument?
But if you look at that,
and that they cannot trust John Mahama?
We started 127,
sure,
and we completed 48.
But they have also started 111.
But they said in 18 months.
Mahama said in 4 years.
Yes, in 4 years. Yes. But they said 18 months. 18 months, they've only done 20 in percentage terms. 200 over 127. What's the percentage terms? So it's 18%. Me what? It's 18%. Yeah, but you
don't do it over 127. You do it over how many you completed? You completed 46.
18% over. I will make Accra the cleanest city. I will build 350 new secondary schools from scratch. Secondary schools now, apart from that, Bawumia himself said he's going to get the Saudi or Arab nations to build 16 SHS. No building new university
in Zongos.
Zongo ministry no kramwe yefio. Zongo development from where yefio. We will never go to the IMF for bailout. Never. And then Anado himself came and told us, Emra na who say economy no baby enye I raise issues.
Yes.
And I make Kaisa to force in a press conference there's going to be a haircut. Nanado, the president himself came out and said there will never be a haircut. Okay. He gave an address to the nation. Today, haircut, pensioners. When you go to an economics class, the first thing they'll tell you is that the safest form of investment is government bonds. Globally, since we are started seeing economy, Nanado and Bawumia, a record history. They've been able to change that paradigm by entering the pockets of pensioners, taking their money, interest and principal. To the extent itself, a former chief justice who is even a family member had to go on demonstration. They didn't see that. Pensioners going on demonstration. You know the impact of that. The thousands and hundreds of thousands of people are buying akwaji musika. Why ne shisha ne BP draw ne also draw a dear draw. Why shisha se bosumi biano or beje say no their body bra. Now in that state of his life, no abiding in says so mess. How do we give these people another mandate? I don't understand. I can't think far. We shouldn't make that mistake, please, Ghanaians. If you won't kai bibia, won't kai a board do mo share that one alone is more than enough to tell us intimate risk.
But if people should cast a more ballot based on promises of politicians, for failure, then all of you begging us for our vote, you don't deserve our vote. your mama fair no yet.
Why not?
Issue.
Why not?
Because you've all fallen short.
No. You see, this kind of argument in here, this you said the NPP and NDC are the same.
No, not that.
That's
not
the implication.
You say you've all fallen short.
No
promises are meant to me unfulfilling.
No, I will not agree with you 1 minute, 1 second.
Okay.
So what I say.
Okay.
I be about with a certain agenda.
Okay.
At the end of the day, no be share cumulatively. Now wait me. And we are. This was one of the major promises of the NPP. So what I say, major. My kind of saying. By 16, with the two count by 18. Out of this, which one of them no make me fulfilling? My kind of 18 amount. You tried to be nice to them on the hospitals near Deno. So even assuming we even give them 30%, 18 my double no. We give them 30%, which is even a failure on this. Out of this 18, which one have they been able to fulfill that? And am I confident? That is the issue. What I say, Bawumia gliblim na no de or kasa bekase on tram or my name that because of opposition person. Oh, we are going to create jobs and jobs and jobs and jobs and jobs for it. Yeah, be fair, unemployment was 8.5%. Today it's almost 15%. And see, there is no basis for me. I say and Nadano, I was see a politics no. You move it to the level you bet me holding Crawford accountable for near omoka some bit me. So I say now what share or major promises went to me and you so now I feel per se a sign a to abamau. You have supervised this mess. When I am chairman of the economic management team.
You made a point about borrowing, Honorable. Would you agree with those who say the question says Sikana imagine more the day? In recent time, we've seen the president commissioning project. Education minister presentation on what's happening in the education sector. The number of capital intensive projects are on my. Would you still stand by the question? Says you cannot imagine what the year.
Absolutely, because
really
relative terms. Okay. For example, bridge normal so yes, it's about 60 something million. By the time on baby, you drew 700 million. So if you take that, schools or in terms of we have major things that you can point to. You see, one of the things that happened to us in 2016, and it should never ever happen to us again. And NDC, we should never allow this to happen again. Say, and near my I do I do a lot of training.
Okay.
Me call around me training for party for. Okay. Now, after me hear me presentation, we almost say yes, I never win you na yenim. So what I say. Yes, I never win you na yenim. My brother, it's an indictment on us, and we have to admit it. Sabaya, the next government of the NDC, those mistakes again. Because sector by sector, my brother, water systems, ensure. And
they didn't find expression in the green book. Is that your argument? Say, I'm a green book name.
Even if it came in the green book, my brother, how many people will go and take the green book and go and read? It's the same with the manifesto. And some of us are going around to propagate the manifesto every day. Today, I was with Echo, and we were just looking at some aspects of them, and I'm saying, actually, we can't do this to ourselves and to Ghanaians. There is so much in there, so much. When you expect the average Ghanaian to come and take this book and read, it's not going to happen. It's your responsibility. Say, and near my ye catch Ghana for, and near my master energy sector. I've told you, John Mahama, he tripled the energy stock of this country. Let me just take you through a few of the things. When it comes to the health sector, Tamale Teaching Hospital, Ridge Hospital, UGMC, Maritime Hospital, Bank Hospital, Shao Sudoko Hospital. And you are mentioning these as
NDC project, not John Mahama project, right?
Yes.
NDC project.
Yes. Okay. Because it's the same. Tepa, Konongo, Formula hospitals. As for hospitals, President Kufuor, Estatia, you take over. I haven't gone into that. Okay, education, UDS, NDC, University of Health and Allied Sciences, University of Energy and Natural Resources, University of Environment and Sustainable Development, Regional Library, Oka Transportation, Terminal 3, Kumasi Airport Facelift, Phase 1, Tamale Airport Upgrade, Ho Airport, Strip, Tema Harbour Expansion, biggest in the whole of West Africa, Takrady Harbour Expansion, Circle, Kasua Pukwase, most of the interchanges in Yeshase, Ansana, Omoba, Oba, revenue generation investment, a trouble gas plant, which is saving this country over $300 million every year. Ankrah phase 2, no more yeah. Ankrah, by now, no, most of our energy needs, will be using gas instead of crisis. Is because of fuel. So what I said, they should have continued with that project, but gas, all kinds of deals. I don't want to go into that. Ameri and Kappa, the badges, the energy sector, Commander Sugar Factory, here ready to be commissioned up till now, and also President Washehu Bossa every day on my deadline. KTR market. Kotokraba markets. So what I say, cheap compounds are GG Yesika 10%. Every yawa bemuno Yesika make a 10%. They have contributed to the development of this country directly from my pocket. So what I say, I feel various things. So what I say, Ubemu said we did so much when it comes to water systems. Chebi cry any moment. What I said, Barekese water project, it's all over. We did so much, but for some strange reason, we were not able to articulate
tell the story
well. So we shouldn't make that mistake again. So I'm saying that for all the money that we took, we have things to show. The 54 billion, we have things to show,
and they don't have things to show.
Commensurate, no. How come?
Commensurate with the amount.
Exactly.
You can't
say I'm a man of integrity. I cannot say they don't have anything to show. No, but I'm saying commensurate with a near mana sikadodrona omajeno. It spills into insignificance. The kinds of things they have done, and they are asking for a mandate again. Now, Inisa Ghanaians, mandate because failed.
John Mahama said this election would mainly be about the economy. I've heard counter arguments say the economy debate no loud in Accra. Outside Accra, considerations and confusion are different. You've gone around the country. Is it real? Say they didn't be brave Accra. Who pay free Accra? A man for minor dollar and will see the name say economy in common. Is that what you are picking up?
Sure. Omoto crazy. Omoto fish. Omoto nam. Omoto drum. So what I say. Omo catch say no so what I say. Sebi o encounter no. Omotimito roofing sheets kakra. Odonefu na so twa otonia makakra otimito roofing sheet na neda na and innovation kakra otimito cement once no a plaster if you know na say if you na longevity and ne cement boy is saying and now no na cement boy is saying roofing sheet no boy is saying and these are real things. It's sugar ne boy is saying sichri ne boy is saying say be chen kra boy dey crazy or dey good na dey mo ne boy dey enti ahochire no wo ho. You may say omonte in terms of the statistics but in their pockets more life they say President Kufo ya fan slogan was citrem na to aba a citron mu ye den amomo amanfo ho chiro my brother the other to 10 what you are saying Ghana near Accra.
Sure.
So what I say it's we flyover now for say flyover now why no and no makes me can say part of yes ye near money bia so what I say
in 2016
infrastructure kese by Ankrah and Crofona 6 near Brabo. So in the reverse no so come here I say and near money be the way amount for who people are not free SHS. Okay, it's a good thing, and President Mama say it has come to stay. You're better. But I can tell you, so many parents need teachers. Kasa, almost say, hey, free SHS they buy near full senka. Every one high. So say the baby econo. You want near Mayare near friend. Schools, the sector guests, they can go a day without food. But brother, what are you talking about? Now parents no say we order a banner ko free SHS or tifie near friend on Fred Duanemra Onisika. Or enti that ahoche is real. It is being faced by Ghanaians or bebia obia ahoche no. Ye maboye den asitin mo den sabi enu Muslim for and ye be free abemo na hajj saying by 11,000 or say and never hajj say 75,000. Me cry I can pay 75,000. To go to Hajj, how much more the ordinary people? You are those ordinary people be how many people can afford 75,000 for a Hajj? So these are real issues who call to the ground amount for